All right, guys. So shit's just been getting ridiculous recently. Like a lot of shit that I've been seeing from other people sending me posts, and just from what I saw recently myself on dealing with eBay. So I just want to make it aware again, because a lot of if you search a lot of Vtec killer shit, or if you search Vtec killer on YouTube, it's my videos posted up. So normally I don't like to talk about stuff like this on YouTube. I do a lot of more. I've actually filmed more stuff for Instagram TV or whatever that shit's called, the long form Instagram videos. I've been doing a lot more of that because I don't want to get too business preachy or whatnot. I try to keep the YouTube channel basically main focused on like theory, engine craft building, you know, different ideas and shit like that. But again, like I said, a lot of this shit's been getting ridiculous. I've been seeing, so I want to talk about it. If you've been following me for a while on Instagram, you will see me talk about the whole Vtec killer rockers, how shit's been getting crazy overpriced. And it was a trend that I started. And yes, I feel very comfortable taking credit for that, because a couple of years ago when I started, you know, posting the Vtec killer rockers on eBay, I was the only one doing it. And I would sell a minimum of 2 sets every month. And then after a while, I think going into 2020, VHP engines started popping off with business. I started doing a lot of high dollar sales. So I, you know, kind of lost focus on that because I'm lazy. I don't like going to the junkyard if I don't have to. So I just, once I sold out the rockers that I had, I just didn't get any more. Then after a while, you know, I went back to it and started getting them again. Now I just threw them on eBay at my normal price, didn't really check the listings, and they didn't sell for like 2 months. So I went and checked again, and then I seen what was happening, that there was a lot of people that were undercutting me. So I didn't pay no mind. I was like, you know what, I'm just, it's whatever, I'm gonna do it. And then I started selling more rockers on you know, personally through VHP engines, so I, you know, stopped worrying about it. And then I remember one time going and checking the listing just to see where the prices were at, and I seen they were being gouged. Like it's just crazy high, $100, $70, $80 for uncut rockers. Now, mind you, I set a set of cut rockers that are ready to drop and go for $100, shipped, right? And then if you want an unmodified set, like if you're willing to take the, you know, the time to cut it yourself, they're $60. And those are the ones I used to sell the most. You know, uncut rockers, $60, and I would very clearly say in the description that you need to cut for these. And the other people weren't. They were just selling them Vtec killer rockers. So naturally, I start flooding YouTube with Vtec killer content. People start getting on the idea. And I was very clear about the idea that I was just, you know, I bought a lot of base model engines, so I had a lot on hand initially. And then when I started selling them on a regular, I was like, oh, well, I'll just go to the junkyard and do it like that. So, you know, very clearly just saying, hey, I know I can go to the junkyard and I'm grabbing these and I'm just selling them as they are, cleaned up for $60. So people started doing that. And then when they seen that I wasn't posting anymore, people got greedy and started throwing the price high as fuck. And then there are professional companies and businesses out there that are listing Vtec killer rocker arms. You know, they are Vtec killer. And, depending on how you use them, they can be Vtec killer. And then, but they're listing stock rocker arms for several $100s. It was just getting, it's just getting wild. So I'm like, you know, you have to list them as Vtec killer, because if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't really know a lot and they're looking for that particular thing, they're not sure if that's the right rocker arm. So that's what they're going to look for in the title, you know. But mind you, calling it Vtec killer and throwing it on there doesn't justify giving it a $300 hike for an unmodified rocker, especially. Like, you're not even cutting the damn thing when you're selling it, and you're selling it at $300. So $300, and you need to modify still. It's just crazy wild, right? Now, I've recently got away from doing eBay because I'm not willing to give a third-party company my business anymore. Like, I'm not going to give them a cut of my money, a cut of my profits to sell. If I'm selling a set of rocker arms for $60 and I have to pay the shipping as well, and eBay's getting a cut, I'm barely making a profit on that. So I can't do that anymore. The profit's just not there. And so I hate on the motherfuckers that are being greedy. Like, you see, you're going out there and you're just trying to charge as much as you possibly can. And then I also get frustrated with the people who are undercutting a lot, because it's a one-off sale that they have some shit randomly laying around, and if they can make 30, 40 bucks off of it, it's a good come up for them. Now, it's a business for me, so I do this at a regular. So every time I'm going to think about prices, I think about many, many things. I tried to see what the established price for the market was. There was another company that was selling Vtec killer stuff a long time ago, and I think their shit was overpriced. So I did undercut them. But I dropped the price as low as I can get based on scarcity, how much time it takes to get them, all that stuff. So once I ran out of the supply I had, I started to go to the junkyard. The trip winds up being several hours. You know, you don't think it's too much effort to dig under a valve cover and get these things out, but it is. It is. You know, like I went to the junkyard the other day. I got there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I got home at 5:30, and I only walked away with 2 complete rocker arm assemblies. So that's 4 sets. So four sets of 4 rocker arms, and for 2 full rocker assemblies, it took me hours to do that. And now, mind you, I'm in South Florida, so humidity, heat like a motherfucker, it's hot. So I can't justify going any lower for a set of uncut rockers because of just the amount of time it takes for me to harvest these fucking things. So even though I'm not spending a lot of money, I'm not spending a lot of time doing the modifications, I'm still also going to clean them up. So I try to find the cleanest sets I can get, but also some of them are gunked up, so they need to be, scrubbed. So, and then scrubbing these things isn't as easy as you think. It's a fucking pain in the ass, even though I'm holding them in my hands. So I've come up with the fairest prices you can think of. And I think that I'm the one source that you can go to on a regular basis that's going to sell them at this price. And I'm trying to keep it the way it is. Now, the junkyards I frequent, it seems like they're getting a little bit scattered. So if it comes to the point where it's getting harder to get these rockers, then naturally the price is going to go up. But as far as right now, it's been like 2.5 years I'm selling them. The price hasn't changed. 60 uncut, 100 cut. So, guys, if you're out there looking for rocker arms, VHB engines is the fucking place to go because I am the guy that's not going to rob you. And I can also give you a set of cut that are already modified so you don't need to do anything. And again, $100 for a set that are cut that it takes me 45 minutes to do. So, it's decent amount of time. And it's, the only reason why I've got it down that low on time is because I'm used to doing the cuts and I know how to do it, where to do it fast enough and all that shit. So, if you're looking to do the Vtec killer and you go K-Series, just hit me up, guys. I think that you're not going to find a price that's fairer than mine. And also, just to let you know, there's a lot of these companies out there that are selling stock rocker arms and they're making it sound like they're special when they're really not. They're just OEM, and they're just putting all kinds of fancy shit in the title of their sales list to make you think that it's worth paying several $100s when it's not. All right, just a heads up, guys, and peace.